Warning, the following stunts are done by trained professionals. Actually, we're not trained. Robbie is just a dumbass and decided to do a drunken fantasy football podcast. The thoughts, opinions, and takes are ours and ours only. It is not our fault if you lose in fantasy football or sports gambling. Viewer discretion is advised.
Holy shit. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. Yo, what an exciting week in the NFL. It has already been. The postseason is officially underway. Come kickoff mañana, tomorrow afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We will be live for that. We also got the NFL coaching carousel. It is the NFL offseason, ladies and gentlemen. And this NFL offseason is already shaping up to be just as big of an offseason as a J. Cole album. Hope everybody caught that reference right there, straight up bars. Really quick, yo, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, GLD. You see I'm rocking my GLD. I got the LA joint on. You know, I'm getting ready for Shohei's season. I'm getting ready for Mookie's season. All right, because listen, my Commanders are at home sitting on the fucking couch. It's a depressing fucking football season for me. So we're just going to let that be. We're going to let that live in a nutshell. I will be touching on that later this evening. But first, hey, yo, man, we got to take them to the yacht.
Hop out in Miami when no land, ain't got no understanding. How to hear I'm burning, or turn me on, you can't understand. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good bring her when you're not.
And we're back. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Also, I want to shout out our homies over at All 22. Big shout out to All 22. Promo code Rumboyz. We're getting a third year running of some All 22, man. It's a pleasure being a part of the business. It's a pleasure promoting the brand and representing the brand. All 22 is for me. It's for you. Link is down in the description. Powered by our homies over at PFF. Like, you know the serious things when PFF is like, yo, you know who can be a face for our product? You know who can market our product? You know who we can trust since day one with our product? Fucking Rumboyz, yo. Promo code Rumboyz. Take 40% off the subscription price, yo. We're the only ones that's hooking you up with that. We're the only ones that's like that when it comes to the All 22 discount. So for real, promo code Rumboyz. Link is in the description. You already know, man. I'm keeping it all fact, no fiction. Also, got to shout the homies over at Big Guy Fantasy Sports Network. Big Guy Fantasy Sports Network. Yo, big guys doing big things. We got the VIP package, $19.99. You got to get it. Right now, we got fantasy baseball getting ready to come up. And I know people are going to be doing a lot of their fantasy baseball drafts. We do have a fantasy baseball consistency guide that you can check out. We do have fantasy baseball breakdowns and gambling and analysis and statistics that you guys can go ahead and check out. And plus, we're going to be using them tools over here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network to make us rich during the baseball season. So, get with it, get right. And also, you got to be on the lookout for the Fantasy Football Expo discounts. Fantasy Football Expo coming August. I cannot wait to see you, chat. August is going to be lit. We at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, baby. Let's go. All righty. We are going to get into the show. Really quick. I need a freshie. Ooh. Oh, the Modelo. The greatest thing about a Modelo is when you peel her little gold panties off, and it's just like she's just ready. And then like little fresh steam comes out. It's like, Hey, also got a shout out Rumsky. You know, we are the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboys and girls. What it do? Dilly dilly. I am going to ever so slightly, there we go, adjust my camera angle just a little bit. You're good. All righty. Hey, yo, big ups to the chat. That shot went down a little too smooth. It's going to be an interesting night. Daniel, what's good? Daniel. He says, yo, yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good? We got Craig in the building. What's up, Craig? I'm still waiting on the homies to trickle in. Of course, we all know that Taco is obviously late. Not Joe Flacco, the cover athlete 2024. That's what Mike wanted to do. That's what Mike wanted to do. He wanted Joe Flacco as the cover athlete heading in to the 2023-2024 Super Wild Card Weekend. Taking a look at these betting lines. Didn't I tell y'all last night on the Twitch stream? If you guys caught the Twitch exclusive last night, you already know the vibes. Didn't I say this joint was going to get bet down to plus 110 dogs? We're going to talk about that more later on. Browns minus 130 favorite. Orale. But no, we're going to be talking about the NFL playoffs. We're going to get the guys up here in a minute. They're going to give you guys their predictions. We're also going to get into some future fantasy football talk. Take a look at the projected top 10 for next year. And then we're also going to take you around the coaching carousel. Stop the glazing. Hey, if motherfuckers showed up to work on time leaves, then guess what? I wouldn't be dealing with this shit. All right. So yeah, am I ever so slightly rambling until motherfuckers decide to boot up their computers? Yes, just a little bit. Perfect. What the Taco has to be already drunk. There's no way. Chat, you can't see it because of the glare and shit. I can't make out. Oh wait, I did make out. I did make out what Taco was saying. Perfect. Am making a drink and coming. And he sent him his two different messages. And spelt making as mommy. If I were to read this in Taco, it says perfect. And mommy a drink and coming. Like, bro, this man. And now I see that he's popping up backstage. Matt with that premium Rumboy subscription, bro. Look, did I keep the price maybe a little kinky? Yeah, I kept the price a little kinky. $6.99 a month, and nothing better than that. Who could show you better than that? Taco 2 hours late be like, I know he's backstage now, still booting up his camera. He said, oh, it's Mike, huh? Mike is on the way, but Mike is stuck in traffic. But when you live in California, that's the excuse that you have. Chandler Jones, Bill Belichick, single Grammy nomination. We get into it. And then Mike just dropped me a text. See, we're gonna be fine, guys. Okay, Mike will be here in about 20-ish more. That's perfect. It's fine. Yeah, Bo. Hey, I was at least like, don't make Robbie yap into a wall, Taco. Well, hey, this is the perfect comment to leave up. Why did you just straight out your shirt and act like you were ready as if, oh my God, I see what he's doing. Aside from, I see kind of maybe you see a little bit why he's late. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a cross between, it's not even Halloween. This man is a cross between Emperor Palpatine, it's a Star Wars reference, clearly, and also the greatest coach of all time, the heel of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, ladies and gentlemen, also dressed as Bill Belichick. Give it up. It's your boy Taco.
This is the largest crowd we've had since we signed Tim Tebow.
Bro,
That shit was so funny.
With the half cut off fucking and the hoodie and it.
Bro, when he said this is the largest crowd we had since we signed Tim Tebow, I laughed out loud. I said I didn't know Bill had this in him. And then at the end, when Kraft goes, I give him a kiss, but he has a cold. I laughed again. I said, no, he doesn't have a cold.
Bro.
That was so funny.
Taco, hey, 9 months too early, Taco. That the irony of that one.
Amazing. Amazing.
Belichick was rocking the Shiesty his last game. Yo, it's so cold outside. I think that the whole world right
all we have to tell everyone is
everybody's
clarity, bro, is the best.
Shit. Racism in Boston increasing every Jared Mayo loss. Oh, bro. You know the city of Boston is going to be yelling that hardy bro.
I don't know enough about Jared Mayo's coaching career to make any comments one way or the other, but man, they had him lined the fuck up.
We're gonna get into that here in a minute. Let's start off top of the show sheet. I'm just gonna dive into our group chat here and just pull it up right here on the screen right before me. We're gonna start off the night. It is the NFL coaching carousel for those of us that sucked this year and weren't good enough to get into the fucking playoffs. We have decisions to worry about. We have the decisions to make. We're going to start off the night. Best landing spot for Bill Belichick and Mike Vrabel. Obviously, Taco, you're the only fucking guest here at the moment. Mike will be here in about 10-ish, 15-ish minutes. Give me your thoughts. We'll start with the Bill Belichick praises first, since you already kind of started going in on that. Because clearly you don't know how to write a fucking script.
I think we had this as a question before about Bill Belichick, and I'm excited to see where he actually lands.
Well, shit's official now. He's out the building. Like it's done. Yeah.
But I'm actually excited to see where he lands. I think that he should at least give it one more go, kind of like how Brady did, just to see if he can maybe get one. He doesn't look like he is like.
What else does he have to prove? What is there left to prove?
Robbie, you're a gamer, bro. You know what it is. Everybody gonna talk. Everybody gonna talk. Everybody gonna talk. They're gonna say Tom Brady made you. They're gonna say Tom Brady made you.
Bill Belichick is like Bill Belichick was there when Moses parted the Red Sea.
But you know how it is. Some people, in order to achieve that level of success, have an irrational will and desire to win and to compete.
Here's the thing that you get with Bill at this point in Bill's career. One, you already know that he's chasing Shula. Two, you know that he's getting older. Three, you know that the whole league has adjusted to him. Four, the Patriot way can't exactly transition to other locker rooms. You can't. What they did and what they did, especially during that time period, with the mindset of not just that locker room, but fucking society as a whole. Drastically different times, drastically different way of coaching. These young guys are not trying to listen to that. You know, wait.
I understand what you're saying, but you know what?
Hold up, chat. You see a fucking comment pop. You have glasses on. You see something pop up on the chat. Hold on.
I mean, I have a point.
Watching my favorite dudes and sweating my prize picks entry. Bro, this man Z2 has been on a tear every day on Snapchat for like the last 2 weeks. It's just cards, parlays, just tell this, do this. Like, yo, homie's on the heater right now. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'll say this, but when you think about it, like, you know, guys like that don't go out like this. It just doesn't happen. And all these young guys want to talk about how they want to do it their way and do all this. Y'all motherfuckers ain't won shit. Y'all motherfuckers have never won anything for anything. So
there
why
are
don't you?
teams that are winning. There are teams that are winning, and meanwhile, the Belichick way has fallen
The
off
Belichick way. But let's think about this.
off of a cliff.
Well, hold on, Robbie. Hold on. Let me finish
off
here.
of a cliff.
Because let me finish here. We can say everything we want about Belichick, but there's a talent deficiency on that New England roster. Right or wrong?
Yeah, it's called not having Tom Brady anymore.
Okay, Tom Brady's going to make up for everything, for no receivers, for not being able to.
Tom Brady was doing it with no fucking body. Tom Brady was still winning games.
And guess what? At that age, Tom Brady had to go and get Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. He needed more talent. He couldn't win with no talent. And at that point in time, you have to say, okay, they need more. And now let's put Bill in a situation where they already have this talent.
1952, Taco.
Listen.
This man was born.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. When you are Robbie, when you are a leader of men, you are a leader of men.
Taco, have you been in Disney World recently or Disneyland recently?
Not in the last 10 years.
Not in the last 10 years? Okay. I went pre-pandemic, Dark Ages. Sorry to bring up the Dark Ages chat. I'm sorry. I went pre-Dark Ages. And let me tell you, that shit is not the magic that it once was. Okay? Magic runs out. Magic runs out.
Who's your quarterback? Mac fucking Jones? There's only so much you can get out of macaroni and cheese.
Where is he going to go? Where we already saw that New England.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
The chart.
That is the team that I see Bill Belichick.
Hold on. You think Spanos is intelligent enough, has the football acumen enough? This is the same dude. This is the same guy that hired Brandon Staley.
I understand what you're saying, but when you look at the weapons, they have players on defense. You got Bosa, you got Mac, you got Derwin James. You're talking about offensively. You know, you maybe let go of Eckler because you're not going to pay him, but you still got Keenan Allen. You still got Mike Williams. Still got
Eckler. You cannot be my age and be in the NFL and be a running back. Those words do not belong in the same sentence.
But then you draft a running back or get another running back piece to go with that for Belichick. I think that's the perfect team for Bill to go to and immediately see results.
Bill's system is predicated on jumbo sets and two tight ends. Jumbo sets, which I'm sorry, jumbo.
You have the big tight end with the P. I forgot his name.
Parham.
Yeah.
Parham's hands are not consistent enough. That's why he's not the.
But he's a big guy. He's a big enough guy that when you're running jumbo sets, you're going to have to pay attention to him, especially if they're going to run the ball, and then you can run actions off of that for him.
Fine.
I mean, but I'm just saying, if you're talking about running two tight ends, it's not like they don't have terrible, and then they still have Gerald Everett, so they can run two tight ends.
Everett's going to be gone.
I mean, you could probably sign another tight end, a decent blocking tight end for a solid price.
Who?
I'm not saying I know who yet, but why not re-sign Everett then?
Robbie's age saved for the bedroom. Bloody hell, mate. Bloody hell. Already cashed 3 Call of Duty slips earlier today. Was a sweat. Nice. My man, that's the next level of degeneracy. My man is betting on Call of Duty matches.
Bro, I can't.
If Pats wanted to go with the Belichick tree, Flores and Vrabel would have been better. And they chose to not. Well, actually, technically still, and I'll kind of go into here. This is a perfect comment. So who has more pressure to succeed, Kalen DeBoer or Gerard Mayo? First, let me just touch. Let's isolate Mayo from the college conversation, obviously, right? Let's just focus on the fact that this is still very much orale. 1 second. Hey, yo, I'm live, bro. I'm streaming right now. I'm not outside. I already said I'm not outside tonight after I stream. I'm done streaming at 9, same time as always, but I'm not. Fuck what? No, I can't. Yes. Yeah. Already Femo won. Gotta love younger siblings, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love brothers. Anyways, just Gerard Mayo for a quick second. Gerard Mayo, former Patriot. It's still an in-house move. This is the most Patriots thing. This is also not spending the money to get a Vrabel. It would have been respectful, I feel, to go get Vrabel. I think that Vrabel would have came over on a deal to coach the team. Also, at the same time, I don't think that Vrabel wants to coach that team. I don't think that many would have taken that coaching job. One, having to fill the shoes of Bill Belichick. Two, you have to deal with the whole Mac Jones debacle and how you're going to solve that issue and so on and so forth. Fifth-year options, yada, 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 yada. Mac Jones is definitely out there. Patriots are definitely going for a quarterback. Who the fuck is going to be? Let's talk for a different podcast in the future. The Mayo thing is kind of a bailout. There are going to be losses. I do not expect this to be some like, oh my gosh, like the Patriots are going to be great. You know, I think that he's going to try and install the Patriot way, keep that tradition because he's a Patriot guy. But when it all's well and is well, and also for them, it also fulfills the Rooney Rule, not to make it about race or anything. But this is my fucking podcast, and I can say what I want. You're Googling, aren't you? I can tell.
Oh, something just popped up on my yeah.
You're Googling. No. What did you find on Gerard Mayo, sir?
Oh, no. It's something else.
I'm mad that I said the G word and my phone just started like glitching the fuck out. Oh my gosh, Leafs told you to chat GPT a take. Is Gerard Mayo the next D'Amico Ryans? I don't think that what D'Amico Ryans is doing right now, CJ Stroud, Will Anderson hitting on both first rounders, turning that Texas team around after having dealt with the debacle of a PR mess. The Texans are so damn good right now. We all forgot about the Deshaun Watson era in Houston. Like, you know, we'll get into the narrative of massage tables returning to Houston for a weekend. That's wild. Anyways. So yeah, that's kind of my take on Belichick. That's my take as well on Gerard Mayo. I don't think that Gerard Mayo is going to come in and be some savior of New England. It's going to be a tough road ahead. Will we see a success compared to the Ryans? Yeah, because you have two black coaches. So that's automatically going to happen. The media is automatically going to do that. That's all. That narrative is etched in stone. Absolutely etched in stone. But yeah, and as for Belichick, I mean, whatever team that gets him, cool beans, good on you. I don't think that yo, Felice said Boston KK meetings are on the rise. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. I am dead. That was a fire. That was a good joke. Like that was some Chappelle level type shit. That was a good one. Like there's even like, you know, there's some editorials though out there about Mayo. Let's see here. What's up? 2010 recording 175 combined tackles that season to help him earn his first team All-Pro and a Pro Bowl honor. He earned a second Pro Bowl nod of his career 2 years later when he recorded 147 combined tackles and 3 sacks. Mayo was a beast. Like one thing that I do remember about Mayo is that he was a beast. High football IQ, high motor. Yeah, he was a TV analyst for a little bit. And he was coaching on the Patriots staff from like 2019. So there. That's pretty much, they chose an in-house guy. They fulfilled the uni rule. Mayo is the franchise's first black head coach. That is literally how this fucking article ends on Boston.com. Dog.
Damn.
Hey, shout to Boston. Shout to Boston for racism, right? Like Boston, stay classy. Stay classy, Boston. That's literally how this article ends on Boston.com.
Jesus.
Bro, like that, yo, that is the most Boston thing ever.
I mean, progress is a slow process.
I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? Can't beat him, join him. I mean, hey, Robert Kraft be chilling like Meek Mill and them, so like, this was coming eventually. This is coming eventually.
Yeah.
This man got Meek Mill out of jail off the jet. What do you think about Mike Vrabel? Where do you think Mike Vrabel lands, bro?
Mike Vrabel's really interesting because he year in, year out has been a good coach, but
6 seasons, the AFC Championship, 3 playoff berths.
And think about who's quarterback's been.
Dog shit.
No, like that one year I forgot that he won his division. It was like literally they were on like the Walking Dead, but for God's sakes, you know what I mean? It was like they had nobody. It was King Henry and the defense. That's what got him everywhere.
Tannehill had one hell of a year. That what was it?
He had a little run. He had like a year and a half. He ended that 1 year, and then because he took over midway, and then he did the next season, and then after that it was done.
That shit was crazy. I was like, yo, I remember being here on live stream. I was like, I was like, yo, chat. I was like, Pirates, like, is Tannehill really about to fucking win us a damn fantasy football Super Bowl? Like, sure enough, we came back with the whole pot and everything. I was like, what the fuck?
You know what I realized? The second they traded AJ Brown, that's when this shit went downhill. You could point to that moment in time and say ever since, because you try to replace him with Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks never stayed healthy. Then Tannehill started showing up that he's not that good, and then everything started spiraling from that move. That was the move.
Treylon Burks was a flop. Treylon Burks was a fucking bust, a bust and a half.
But think about it. To go from picking a guy like AJ Brown, who became a superstar, who transcended his trade value, to then going to Burks, imagine that change on your offense. That's huge, bro.
Insanity run. Tannehill did have an insanity run because that was the first time in Tannehill's whole fucking life that he actually had receivers, and his arm was still decently healthy.
Yeah.
And Father Time is undefeated. And as you get old, especially at the quarterback position, the ability to just launch a deep ball kind of eventually goes away.
I tell you this, quarterbacking is going to be in an interesting position soon because
these
young guys aren't ready.
Wash Julio. We don't. Well, here's the thing. It's gonna be what the NBA went through. Where and I've used this analogy before. How we saw the NBA go from a more inside game to now, oh shit, everyone can shoot the fucking three. Oh shit, centers can shoot threes now. Like, you're gonna see where it's you are gonna see more running QBs. You are gonna see maybe not your traditional. You're gonna be the way the game is going now. You're gonna be shocked when you see a traditional a pocket passer go out there and just wreck shit.
I mean, I guess the real question is when do you eventually get to the point where you probably got like Jameis Winston and fucking Taysom Hill back there saying like, you don't know what any of us is going to do. You get like 2 Taysom Hills back there, so like a better passing Taysom Hill or some shit like that, and all of a sudden you're just like, we're going to really fuck with your mind. We can do anything.
I love this take, Z2. If they didn't already have someone more dynamic and more athletic, in my opinion, and that's been on and off their practice squad, and Malik Cunningham. I think they should fucking experiment with that first. Penix has an injury history, makes me worry. Also, kind of going back to that Tannehill and that Linsanity run that Tanner skill back what he was back then had. Yeah, D-Hop washed. And Julio, yeah, washed as well. That was a weird time. That was a weird time. What a time to be alive that was. I have a feeling that Mike is going to be coming up here just shortly, so I just want to throw that out there. I just want to kind of cast. I'm letting it be known that I'm.
All right, so if we're talking about coaches, I got a question for you.
This motherfucker, he's like, he's gonna give me the. I got you, Papi, I got you. Okay. Don't you worry, me. One thing that I'm fucking good at is running a live stream. Okay. You see, he had to bring out the 20 Montana right now.
I got a burning coach question.
Say hello to the bad guy. What's the question?
All right. The Las Vegas Raiders. What the fuck is going to go on there? Because Antonio Pierce, in my opinion, looked like he put on a great exhibition for a shot to continue to run with that team.
Sheet, but I'll entertain your question.
But who do you think? Because it seems like they're not even going to really give him that shot. It looks like they're going to go a different direction.
First off, I think that they're stupid as hell if they do that. I got you. First off, they're stupid as hell if they do that. I don't agree with it. You have a Compton guy in the building, LA stand up, Bonson. You have a guy that respects the culture, respects the team, loves the atmosphere. The players respect him. The players have already voiced that they want him. AP is our Dan Campbell, establish an identity and culture.
Yeah.
Treat it with the comments over on Twitch. Make sure everyone gives us a fucking follow on Twitch. So that's just how I feel. I think that they're stupid if they don't do that. But the Raiders are going to Raiders, so
yeah.
There's no need for me to use this episode and use airtime to make a fuss about that. When the news drops, that's when I'll go viral about that. When that's a hot discussion. But to get ahead of it, that's my opinion. Both Ravens OC and DC interviews with the Chargers OC and Falcons DC today. Ass and ass. Really quick, ladies and gentlemen. Look, this is my brother from another mother. West Side California stand up. Also, he is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, ladies and gentlemen. His team is the only team that is in the playoffs on this down panel. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. What up, pimps in a crib, ma? Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop the mic, FM.
What is up, boys?
Yeah.
Long time no see, Taco.
Hit that shot. Hit that shot. Let's go. I'll take the shot.
I'm feeling nervous about our Chiefs, man.
10 cup? Yeah. Very nice. Classy man. Aren't you always? Classy man with a classy beer, ladies and gentlemen. Drop the mic, FF. Give it up. Taco, that's when you fucking clap, bro. Like, traditionally, see people
So
clap.
what did I miss?
They're talking about the audience.
Him not getting social cues. This motherfucker
I was busy drinking.
No one that lives in New York and is around and has to interact with people so much hasn't picked up on the social cues too much. So yeah. His mind is already in Dubai. His mind is already in Dubai.
Habibi.
I love how you come on the stream so discreetly with a pin. I can say pin on YouTube. You don't know what it is, YouTube. Suck my dick. And that you can't take that with you, motherfucker. You can't go to Dubai with a Zaza. You should be going on the tolerance break right now just to get used to being in the hot-ass desert. First off, I'm happy that you're getting out of the New York cold. The hot-ass desert with no Za.
It's going to be fine. I'm going to be working. I'm trying to put in work. Okay. It's like in, what is that? The Drake and Chris Brown song. But the
how long are you in Dubai for?
4 days.
5 days. Okay, I could go 5.
It's a 4-day show.
Okay, hold on.
It's a show?
Yeah, trade show.
Yo, as someone that's a heavy Za smoker, like, babe, we smoke a truck on there. Like, as someone that's a heavy Za smoker, Nick, I'm good for 4 days. 4 days, I might be able to survive. Motherfucker, that fifth, get me back on American soil ASAP.
I've been with you less than 4 days, and I don't know if that's the truth.
Bro, Mike, where am I every 2-3 hours? Yo, I literally
when you know what the options are, it's very easy to stop smoking.
Yo, really quick,
well, where am I?
Real life Rumboyz story. So I'm hosting draft night out. We're lit. Everybody's litty. I got the whole place rocking. I fucking go turn over to Mike. Everybody that was part of Rumboyz crew were making sure that Robbie was full functioning. Like everybody was bringing me beers. Like. By the way, shout out to our crew, Mike. Thank you so much. I literally turned to Mike and I'm like, I'm walking out real quick and I'm going to fucking smoke this joint. This in my pocket right now. And I was like,
you gave the mic to Steph and you're like, help me out of the building.
Yeah. And I was like, Mike, literally help me the fuck out of the building, discreet as possible. Dog, like 6 fucking people followed me and they were like, are you gonna go smoke, Robbie? And I was like, fuck. This is back when I used to get stoned on stream. So like everyone already knew the image and they were like, yeah, hey, but I ain't going front. Ain't nothing like a fantasy football smoke session. When you get around a bunch of us nerds and like we get to yapping about it, you come up with some crazy ass roster construction. Shit gets wild real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but Mike, really quick to brief you on what you missed. I'm gonna give you the floor to hit some quick hitters. Give me a best landing spot for Belichick if you even feel that there's one outside of a retirement home. Best landing spot for Vrabel. Give me a Gerard Mayo reaction, and then we're going to get into this Commanders rumors, and then we got college football to talk about.
Gerard Mayo, wrong move, dumb. I think it's the wrong move. I think they did it to keep it in the family. I think at this point, the best place for Vrabel is not going to happen, but I think the best place for Vrabel is Seattle. I don't think he's going to go to Seattle, but I think that's the perfect spot for him. To be honest, I think he should be the next head coach for the New England Patriots. And yes, I do think Belichick is going to coach somewhere. I'm not going to give a place because one of two things is going to happen. One, it's going to be someone that's going to say, hey, we'll give you the keys to the whole enchilada, because he's not going to go to somewhere. Like, to me, he's out of the Washington picture. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, obviously, because we hired our GM, which we're going to talk about.
That's why I did. That's why I wasn't going to go too far into it. Yeah. But there is something telling me that the place that Belichick ends up is not done playing yet. I'll keep it at that. There's something telling me that if a couple teams lose early in the playoffs, they could go.
Why are you always going to bring up them boys?
Nah, hey.
I'm not talking Dallas.
Hey, you need to get you one of these and do what I'm doing for the Belichick content. Get you one of these motherfuckers, real cheap. This is a selfie show, and I've been like kind of like learning it and practicing it. I can like remote it. It comes with like a remote and everything. Oh no, don't link to my phone right now. That can happen if you press a button. But yeah, like it has like a full on like what the like I can extend this motherfucker. It's got like a whole tripod and everything. Yeah. I have this, and I'm also getting a little like mini drone that like fits in the palm of my hand, and I just go, and it follows me.
Huh.
Taco, I'll give you Taco. I'll give you one of the teams that I think he could end up at. I'll just say
no. Save that for content. Don't do that. Don't do it yet.
Oh wait.
Don't do it yet.
Oh wait.
Do that to yourself.
Robbie is such a cock tease.
It's not. I'll just say this.
I was gonna get one of them.
Put it in the private chat. But save that for content because that.
Let me see the left titty.
Real quick, go out to the store tomorrow. Go out to Walmart or Best Buy. Grab one of these for like a couple of bucks. And bro, I'm so serious. Hop on TikTok and be like, I'm Drop the Mic FF. and this is what the fuck I think. Suck it, bitch. Don't end your TikTok like that. But
hey, Taco, is Robbie glitchy on your end, or is it just me?
Just you, as far as I see, but
it's that California internet.
It's the California love.
We're gonna get into playoff predictions on the other side of the show. That's also why I just gave a bunch of filler. And then your Gerard Mayo reaction as well.
I think it's the wrong hire, but it doesn't surprise me because I knew they would keep it in. I knew they would keep it in the family somehow. I knew it was not going to be Josh McDaniels, so people that thought that they could shush. But I did think that they were going to keep it in the family at some sort.
Okay,
that's why I thought it was going to be Vrabel.
I was under the same impression. It's like when the news dropped, I feel like I was the only one. Okay. I feel like everyone in the industry wasn't surprised. Everyone that does what we do, everyone that works in the same field that we do, no analyst was surprised because we fucking think about this shit when we're like in the shower beating off, it's just a thing. And look at his face when I said that. I love that I got that reaction. He was like, this motherfucker. But no, we're nerds when it comes to football. We know the game. We grew up around the game, blessed by the game. With that being said, we knew that was going to happen with the Mayo thing. I didn't think that Vrabel was going to happen just because of the money that you would have to. You need to be making money for players, not a coach. You don't need to be spending money on a top-notch coach right now.
Can I give a Vrabel hot
shower
take?
beating off? Robbie confirmed wings. Everybody does.
Can I give a Vrabel hot take?
What?
He does not end up coaching this season whatsoever. This is hot take. I don't think this is going to happen. I'm just saying.
Keep going. No, keep going.
And he waits till next season when Ryan Day gets fired at Ohio State.
Unbreak my heart. Say you love me again.
He goes back to Ohio State.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, we got another question.
That heart just shattered into fucking pieces. Don't do that. Don't say things like that. He doesn't. College does not deserve his greatness. The NFL does.
I'm not saying they do, but I'm just saying.
If we're talking college, I have a question.
If it's about what we're about to get into,
I'll wait. I'll wait till you're done, just in case.
Just wait.
Taco, look up at me. Looking at my screen. Right, other way, other direction. You're looking at my. Now you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Fucking pay attention. Why did he? How did Mike drop and I people's elbow to you?
Because I blocked it.
It must be that California internet. Well, here's the perfect opportunity. Yes, I just yeah, that just happened. Let's go ahead. Let's get into he's back. Let's get into our college football talk of the night. Saban retires. Kalen DeBoer, however the fuck you say it. His last name's definitely Cajun. And Kalen DeBoer leaves Washington. Saban's definitely retired. So let's first react to that. I'm gonna let you guys go first because I said my opinion last night on the Twitch exclusive. So I'll let y'all talk. Mike, go ahead.
So just on Saban?
Just the Saban part. Because we can make that real quick.
I'm shocked. I'll give you a reason why I'm shocked, and I'll give you a quick story. I know you're saying go quick, but this won't take long. Last week before I was off a couple days for the holiday break, and I was watching McAfee, and he had Saban on. He was in LA for the Rose Bowl. It was either December 27th or December 28th. It was one of those 2 days because it was that Thursday. McAfee gave him a hard time about, oh, what are you going to do after you get off air with me? You're going to go to the beach and hang out and blah, 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 blah. Saban's response was, no, I got to drive down to San Diego to go finish a recruiting trip. Okay? Which proves to me a couple things. That he was not lying to Reese Davis last night when he said the morning that he announced the retirement, he still did not know that he was making that announcement that day. He didn't know when he went to the Rose Bowl that he was making the announcement that day. I think this is him finally just being done with everything, including the NIL, including everything else.
I think that it's NIL. I honestly think that it's NIL.
The other reason I think that it's partly that and everything else, I'm sorry. I know it's Saban. I don't like him, but you got to respect the talent. He's one of those kind of guys that you, even though you don't like the guy, you got to respect the talent. There is no way if I am 72 years old,
I'm going to keep doing this shit,
that I am giving up when I'm 8 wins away from 300.
Nah, I ain't doing this shit no more.
I'm 8 wins away. I am getting that 300, and then I am leaving.
Nah, fuck that.
But people wanted 2 or 3 more years, but that's the problem. They wanted kids and coaches wanted 2 or 3. He even said last night to Reese Davis, people on the staff wanted 2 or 3 more years of commitment from him. And since he was only able to give a short-term commitment, he said he would rather leave when he left.
I would too. I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all.
Am I shocked? Yes.
Look,
we're going to talk about DeBoer in a minute, but we'll go to that. That's another subject.
And those two, I mean, but also like the Saban and the Belichick topics, kind of for me as in my standpoint, in my shoes, they fit just because, nigga, like both y'all, retirement homes, your health at this age cannot hold up.
Okay.
Like if I'm still potting when I'm in my fucking 70s, babe, like please be like, stop. Like we're tired.
Pete Carroll's in the same boat. They all coach together on one staff. This reminds me. Okay, I thought the first thing I thought of when these 3 retired within 24 hours was, what were we hearing last year? Oh my gosh, it's the end of an era. Brady's gone. Breeze is gone. All these guys are gone. Now you're getting the same thing with these old heads.
Yeah,
it's like the exact same thing.
Father Time is undefeated. And I wish people would understand, like the shock of like, oh my gosh, Saban, oh my gosh, Bill, shut the fuck up.
Since 2000, we have had a 61% chance of either having Saban or Belichick winning a championship at the end of their season. It's happened that often.
And the fact that we've gotten to enjoy it as much as we've had, be grateful. They don't owe anything left to the sport. They do not owe anything left to the game.
I think Saban either goes to ESPN or starts working, or you might think I'm crazy. I think he goes and maybe works for the establishment to help figure out things that need to be fixed.
NFL?
As in help fix NIL and help fix, like help transform that stuff into what it should be and not what it is currently.
I can see that, bro. Like certain people have to accept, like, and shout out to the Saban family. Like, they accept, this man's going to live, eat, sleep, shit, breathe football. You let a game give as much as it has to a lot of us. The game's been there for me at my highs of highs and my lows of lows. So I think that their football careers still continue. I did think that it's just in a different capacity than what we're used to, and we should accept that, and we should welcome that, and we should embrace that as a football family. I want to get into Kellen Dewar leaving Washington.
Taco still needs to give his take on Saban.
Do you have anything to say, Taco, on Saban? You kind of touched on that earlier.
I'm just really curious to see what he does next because, like Mike was saying, they wanted, a more substantial commitment out of him than he wanted to give. But clearly, he's not like ready to leave. So I wonder if, like, even as like an advisor or maybe like an assistant to a GM or maybe some kind of that role, because he's the team builder at the end of the day as well, and maybe that part of the game interests him and being on that side of the ball. So I'm just interested to see what he does overall because where he goes next, I think it's a lot like with like Joe Torre. Like after his coaching career, he still had impact on the sport in many different ways to actually grow it. So another thing I think is really cool about
Saban
NIL.
will probably take a year off at the very least.
Maybe, hopefully,
And
and then
then
come back a little bit longer because he is a powerful voice and he could do a lot in this sport. He's one of those guys that when he speaks, people will listen. Um, you know, I don't know why, but it just makes me think of like a guy like Kobe, who, in his post-playing career,
Wow.
he had such an impact on society. I think Nick Saban is another one where if he really wants to, he can have a big impact on, like Mike was saying, the entire way college football probably does NIL, the way things are structured, teaching and imparting systems onto people, becoming one of those people where you like John Madden, where his post career, if he went to ESPN, people are listening to every single word he has because he's so, such a football savant. You know what I mean? So I'm very interested.
People listen to the smart people. People listen to the smart people.
Absolutely.
Sometimes people listen to drunk people like us, and we respect you for that. Really quick, want to get into Kalen DeBoer leaving Washington. I think this is obviously a quick come to the NFL type of like potential because you have teams out there that like one of the things I was questioning for a lot of NFL teams was like, well, where's the coaching pedigree going to go? We've already had way more firings than I expected, than I anticipated.
I expected more.
I didn't think that it was going to come like in a trickle. Pause.
Can I tell you what's crazy to me?
The way that it happened.
There was more. I am so shocked at the fucking Jets, man. Jesus Christ. Better coaches are getting fucking fired and Salah is sitting there like,
what? Wait, what?
Hold on.
Oh my God.
I'm still mad about that, bro.
What are you talking about? You're not going to fire a coach after Rodgers gets hurt like that. It's never going to it's not going to happen.
He's not good. He's never been good. And they're going to suck next year, too.
They had more wins than the Giants without Rodgers. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, stop. You
gotta give them a year with Rodgers. If he doesn't do it next year,
Salah
then you do
it. Clearly can coach. The personnel needs to get it the fuck together.
And you want to know the honest truth? Yeah. And I'm gonna throw one thing out there.
So blatant. Here's the thing. It's so blatant that the fact that you would even say it just.
What I said is better coaches than him got fired. You don't tell me Vrabel's a better coach.
You want to know the other reason I think what you're saying is dumb? The other reason I think you're dumb on what you're saying, you're not dumb, but what you're saying is dumb, is this.
Yes.
If they were to fire him, they only have one option to hire at quarterback, at head coach.
Lee said down fancy.
There would be only one. There's only one person that they would be able to hire at head coach if they fired Salah. And I need Robbie on air for me to say it out loud.
Are you going to pull him from the retirement home?
Because the only coach that you can hire with Rodgers on the team is freaking Hackett, and it's not going to happen.
Oh, God, no. That's not happening. Oh, you got to be kidding me. He's trash.
But what I'm saying is Rodgers went there partly as Hackett was the OC. So a new coach is going to want his own team. So the only way that would have worked is if you had Hackett be the head coach for Rodgers, and that wasn't going to work.
Keeping it on topic, in regards to Kalen, I think that there's a potential to where he could end up on like in Atlanta. He could end up, on a
how many years? In how many years?
My God.
I don't like. Here's the thing: like he just took a team to a national championship. There's NFL teams that are desperate.
Yeah, but he's not going to leave Alabama for. What I'm saying is Atlanta needs a coach now. He just signed with Alabama. He's not leaving.
Did he sign with Alabama?
DeBoer's the head coach.
I fucking missed that.
Is that the guy that left Washington?
Let me check. I thought it just happened today.
No, the Oregon coach went to Washington.
No, the Oregon coach said no.
Or no, the Oregon coach went to Bama. I thought.
No. The Washington coach that just lost to Michigan went to Bama.
Bama's going to reinvent the standard.
DeBoer went to Washington.
Bama's about to fuck shit up.
I mean, DeBoer from Washington went to Bama.
Went to Bama. Okay, I saw a report that it was the Oregon coach that went to Bama. And that's
he was the number one choice. He said no last night. And then they wanted the. Did you hear about Florida State? Florida State guy was on the list. Florida State, they signed Florida State's Florida State's head coach signed him to an 8-year, $80 million extension today.
My fucking gosh.
8 years, $80 million to stay at Florida State.
Can I say something, man? That's such bullshit.
I just got like half of a chub.
I hate college football. It's such a bullshit. How is a coach getting that much money in that? Like, I'm just sorry, man.
The person that doesn't watch film, hold on. The person that doesn't watch film would say that, though.
Wait, what do you say?
No, I don't watch college, but these college head coaches, like, motherfucker, you're raping that goddamn school. You shouldn't be getting paid that much.
It's not just the school; it's the state that's paying them in general. Did you know that for 10 years,
Jimbo Fisher gonna go to Washington, bro? That'd be sick.
Did you know for 10 straight years, Taco, Nick Saban was the highest paid employee of the state of Alabama?
Honestly, let me tell you something. That's different when you have that kind of.
Okay, that's wild. That's some wild shit, bro.
Because
how much revenue is he bringing back?
Is coaching football and being the highest paid.
You know some of these guys with 2 seasons, 3 seasons of good. Now getting paid
the governor. I am the governor, bitch.
He's making more. He's making. The president of the United States only makes $475,000.
No, don't look. He's a public. Look, when you choose to be a president, you are a fucking public servant. You should be making.
I know. I'm just saying. You're comparing him to the governor.
I know, but it was a trigger for me. It was a trigger. I'm sorry. I do have a rant that we got to get into really quick. I'm going to get into this rant, and then we have walk the slate. The slate. We're going to walk the slate. We got to walk the slate for the weekend. Super wild card weekend. 3 days. 3 days of football. Yes, I am putting it out there now. We are boycotting the Peacock game. I'm not buying Peacock. Well, you can't. Your team is playing. Well, okay. I'm still watching the game. I know where you're going with this.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah,
I'm saying I can't.
I'm on location.
I'm not buying Peacock. I'm not doing that shit. Suck my dick.
Well, there's rumors that in
Peacock.
There's rumors that in 5 to 10 years the Super Bowl is going to be a pay-per-view thing.
Okay, I pay for the Super Bowl.
I mean, if they're smart, yes.
Stop, Taco, dude. Don't go down that. Do not feed into their corporate greed. Stop it. Don't go down. And I'm going to get into my rant really quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have some Washington Commanders updates before we get into halftime.
Here we go.
Watching Robbie's OnlyFans during the Peacock game. Oh my gosh, pay-per-view like UFC and WWE.
What are you defending?
Well, did you hear that? Hey, did you guys hear that Peacock's going to change the name? They're going to do what HBO Max did and just drop the first 3 letters.
Bloody hell.
I'm so confused.
I made a joke that I made a joke that they're going to name the show Cock.
Yeah, I get it. You didn't have to explain the joke. I mean, you maybe had to do that.
No,
I didn't get it.
Taco didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
It's like the joke and then me.
He said he goes, he literally didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
God damn it. Oh my gosh. I'm not
I was thinking about Max.
He already got this show
sober. It's only 3 letters.
Fucked up with his dumbassery. Anyways, let me get into this rant really quick.
Yes.
We have some Commanders news. We did get our GM, Adam Peters. It is a GM that I wanted. But orale. On the flip side of the equation, ladies and gentlemen, my dumbass organization, my ass hat fuckery over organization, there is rumors. Keyword is rumors. But you know what? Sometimes, you ever hear a rumor and it's like, well, that's definitely not true, but it still pisses you off. And like it just hurts. It just hurts to the depths of your soul. It hurts so much that it makes you want to fucking cry in the rain like a 2000s R&B music video. Speaking of Usher's Super Bowl performance, let it burn. That's how the fuck I feel hearing this damn news of possibly.
Okay, I don't know this one.
Cliff Kingsbury being our brand new head coach.
Sorry.
There. You know what? We haven't done this segment in a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, I reintroduce to you a brand new segment, not a brand new segment, a segment that we are going to bring back. Like it's revived, like full flats on a Cadillac getting inflated, ladies and gentlemen. It is Why the Rum is Always Gone. Mike, can I get a favor really quick for this segment? Can I get you to ask me why the rum is always gone?
I got you. Robbie, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Why the hell is the rum always gone?
Because fucking Cliff Kingsbury, former Arizona Cardinals, and his stupid ass air raid offense could potentially be the head coach of my Washington Commanders. Like I said, let it burn. Let it burn. I am hurt. I am devastated. I am distraught. The unequivocal gall of our organization to even try and reach for a head coach of such low stature, such low-hanging fruit. When there is the likes of Ben Johnson, who we have interviewed, when there are the likes of fucking Mike Vrabel out there. Okay, you know what? I don't want Bill Belichick to Washington, but you know what? Bill Belichick to fucking Washington would be significantly better than anything that Cliff Kingsbury is going to bring to the table. Hell no, I don't want this. Cliff Kingsbury, my Washington Commanders, you are the reason the rum is always gone. Can I get a dilly, everybody?
Dilly,
you know what the best
dilly.
part?
And I do have a question.
Can I tell you what the best part is? Mike, can I tell you what the best part is?
What?
Say some stupid shit.
Damn, ownership is the worst thing. Once we get rid of ownership, shit's going to change. Now you got new ownership.
Hold on.
You're going to bring in some Cliff Kingsbury.
Taco.
That's going to be some old shit going on with the new owner.
I will fucking catch a flight to New York right now. And I'll
let
beat
me
your
ask
ass.
my question.
Chopped cheese through your fucking nostrils.
I have a question. I have a legit question for Robbie that kind of has to do with what you're talking about, but not necessarily.
Be careful how you ask this question. I'm already sensitive and light skinned right now.
I understand, but no, you're not going to be upset at my question.
Drake music after
you're not going to be upset at my question. I guarantee it.
Bipolar baby.
Before they hired this guy as the GM, they hired Rick Spielman and Bob Myers, who was the ex-GM of the Golden State Warriors.
They got a basketball player.
Hey,
fuck up, Taco.
Hold on, Taco. You have no room to talk because I'm about to lay some knowledge on you that you don't even know. Okay.
I know what you're about to say.
I have to help with the thing. There were people that were saying that it was a dumb move. But, Taco, have you ever heard of the movie Moneyball?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Championship Steve.
Do you know what team that one of the guys from Moneyball now is a part of?
The San Francisco, now Commanders, but
who? What?
No, one of the guys from Moneyball is a part of the Cleveland Browns. So my point is, it doesn't matter if it's another sport. If you know how to run a team, you know how to run a goddamn team.
Because the Browns have done so good. Oh my God. We want to be like the Browns. We trade everything for fucking Watson. You trade everything for massage parlor Watson.
Oh, mute this motherfucker.
Let me talk. They just brought in Flacco. They're the number 5 seed with a 4th string quarterback on the year, and you have the audacity to give me shit, and you're the same person that's saying Robert Saleh should be fired?
Suck it.
But my other question that I was going to ask you, Robbie, besides that is,
4th string quarterback is better than their 1st string quarterback.
About Kingsbury.
Watson was not.
My other question is about Kingsbury. There is another rumor about Kingsbury that I actually think will work.
Giants fans are so annoying.
There's another rumor about Kingsbury that I actually think would work, Robbie.
What's up?
There is rumors that Chicago is interested in hiring him as their OC.
Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, that's fucking dangerous.
Either way, if you draft Caleb or if you keep Fields, that is dangerous.
Now, I love that way.
I just don't want him to be a head coach. I
love what that piece of content could be way more than the potential of him being watched and said, that's dangerous.
That's talks. I heard someone say that in the Chicago.
Hey, media. Right now, Chicago Reddit, just as soon as you said that, it was just like, fuck yeah.
Because when I heard that, I was like, my buddy at work who's a Bears fan told me about it, and he was even like, I want it. Because when he heard that,
obvious, Taco. That goes without saying.
When he heard that Eberflus was staying, he goes, as long as Getsy is gone, I don't care if Eberflus stays.
Really quick, we are going to get on to halftime here. So, like, quick-ish break. Chat, show's going well. But it's time for our favorite part. After halftime, we are talking gambling. We may or may not be able to fit in a reaction to the latest release of the mock top 10 for fantasy football. We're going to try and get this all fit in. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. We will get through the weekend bets.
That's what she said.
What fucking hell?
Just dilly bye.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the one boys and girls want to do. We will see you in a fucking few. Hey, yo. We got to hit up the homies Shama Noel. Gotta ship them on. Let's go.
You don't have to worry, it's my time. Hop out in Miami when I'm land, I got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, don't turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop TLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good bring her when you're not.
Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. See, life's kinda funny. You stick to the road to the riches and hope you don't crash like some dummy. To get to this money, you cut every piece of the pie to find out you sliced into an onion. Now let's change the subject. These niggas who think they got something, but actually they end up with nothing. It's getting disgusting. I'm tired of the fucking assumptions. I'm about to blow up like a Russian, so stick to the plan. When you lose it, gotta get it again. Keep it moving, never stick in the sand. Even with tired, like Michelin man, shit, I know I'm the man, so I don't give a damn about opinions. I'm racking up millions, you stacking opinions. She throwing it back in the back of the venue. Now we taking off in her man and his feelings. Now back to the business, back to the lab with my niggas. Actually back doing laps in the trenches. It's my second home, I ain't have to go visit. I stay resident, embedded to live in the life of a nigga. By day we just niggas, at night we the victim. The life of go get 'em, so I'ma go get it. I stick to my plan and I stay on my mission to plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. So this is my message. Sometimes you just living in life, be an actor. Don't try to direct it. Now let's change directions. It's like that we live full of lessons. Don't count chickens, start counting blessings before they go missing. I promise you, I'm on a mission. I want something, I'ma go get it. No hidden intentions. I open my eyes, saw my vision. Now everyone see that I'm gifted. I'm rapping like Christmas. You niggas just under a tree. I'm smoking it, not metaphorically. I'm smoking no tree. No one's smoking on me. So when I say you're under it, no, that means me. I'm a poet MC and I'm living my dream. Hoping that hopefully you see the hope in me. And if you don't, fuck it, cause I'm all I need. Keep my ear to the game and my mind to the streets. I'm a beast. Stick to the plan. Stick to the number one mission at hand. Stay true to yourself and give your life meaning. And fuck their opinions, they won't understand. To get to the top, gotta give all you got. Only getting one shot, so give up or not until your heart stops. Gotta stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. Just stick to the
Bow. Yeah. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? What's going on? Yo, we back. We back. You already know, man. We got your back like Kyron Pratt. I realized why I had wrote the script earlier the Alabama hire came out after or during the show, and I apologize about that. So I just want to first professionally make sure that I put that out there. As someone that's been doing this job for many of years, I know better. I know that news updates, even while we're on the show, many times sources will get things to me pretty concrete. I don't have a personal college football source. Normally use DMs, text messages, things of that nature. So I apologize. I just want to make sure I put that out there as a professional, because I have more respect for the craft that we perform than to do that. Mike, thank you for keeping me honest. With that being said, though, I also have some updates before I get into the slate walk. I promise we are going to get into the slate walk. I think that is the most important thing that we get taken care of. Falcons have interviewed Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald for a head coaching position. So that is something that's happening. Chris Jenkins, possibly going to be one of the top defensive players, one of the top DTs, has declared. So excited to see how that works out. And then also Todd Monken is going to be interviewed by the Chargers. All of those are updates within the hour. For anything else, I will get players listed out. Actually, I'll get players listed out for Wild Card Weekend right now. Players out for Wild Card Weekend as we get into our slate walk. This is a perfect way to segue into it. I am, because it's the playoffs and we are focusing on gambling for this. This can affect fantasy if you have like a fantasy playoff league or whatever. This is more important for you guys on the books. We'll crack open a beer. We'll do a shot after I get this news out. Grant Delpit, Dustin Hopkins, Cedric Tillman, Jerry Hughes, Xavier Howard, Wanya Morris, James Houston, Jerry Jacobs, James Mitchell, Khalif Raymond, TJ Watt, official at this point.
Yep.
Gabe Davis.
Yep.
And Taylor Rapp.
Yes. Taylor Rapp was the last one.
I'm going to change the acoustics in the room really quick before we get into the slate walk. That gives the guys time to go ahead and get their books up. Can I get someone to no, we're not going to do props on this because I'm going to go live early before the afternoon game because we're only doing the afternoon game. But I'll give props on tomorrow morning's broadcast, on tomorrow afternoon's broadcast. Sound good, fellas?
Yep.
All right, let me just change the acoustics real quick because I don't like the way the sound is sounding. Y'all hear a reverb?
A little. I've heard worse.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Testing.
You're fine.
Better, thank you. All right. So I want to get into the slate walk. You can throw out a prop, but if
I got the odds, I got the odds up if you need them.
Yeah, I have the odds up too on screen too. Yeah. If you have a hot prop, I would it's not. We do not endorse this site, but you can put props together on Prize Picks, and you can still come back with cash if one or two loses, depending on the game that you're playing. So if you have a prop, I maybe leave it to one or two during your take, but I want to keep it to where people are going to be able to maximize, because them placing 4 or 5 fucking player props on a DraftKings or it's not going to be as feasible.
No.
All right. Let's get into our before we get to the slate walk. Let's go ahead. Let's do what we got to do. Let's take this shot. And let's crack open this freshie. Y'all know the deal. We do not gamble without drinking. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz girls would do. My girl was just like, what the fuck did this thing just say?
Dilly dilly, y'all.
Dilly dilly. The Captain Morgan goes down a little too easy.
Well, I need to ask you later about a certain. My brother moved and left me a bottle of rum, and I don't even know if it's good or not. So I will find it in a minute and let you know what it is.
Is it the Cape?
No, I'll find it in a minute and let you know. I just don't know what it's called.
Oh, we could do that on air once we get through the slate walk.
I know. That's why I said it doesn't have to be the second.
We are doing the games in order of which they are broadcasted.
Yes.
This is done intentionally. I do not need to rearrange shit for content because I've been making content longer than God knows. This is important that we follow it in the order that it goes. Taco, can I get you to open up a tab for weather, please?
Wow. Open up a tab. What?
For weather.
Weather. Yeah.
I need you to give me weather on Buffalo. I already know what the report is. I already know what the report is going to be, but I want the most up to date at the moment so we don't make a mistake like we did with the coaching shit during the first half. Give me Buffalo. Or give me Kansas City. Give me Buffalo. And I think that those are the only two that I'm going to need during this segment, okay? And when we get to those games, give me Tampa. Give me Tampa too. All right. And then those will be the only three games that we really need to go with weather. All right.
I know the one. The one's bad.
I know. But I want to make sure that we get spot.
I know.
Because if this is the last time that any fucking person that views us hears this, I want to get dead on.
I have a screenshot on my phone from 3 hours ago of the Kansas City report from my cousin.
Keep that as reference, please, during when we get into.
I know. I have it. I literally have it in my text message.
Thank you. All right, we're beginning the slate walk. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, today's slate walk is brought to you by the odds of DraftKings. I am going through DK. The other homies will be able to pull up other books, shop odds, so on and so forth. If you really do need to shop odds, I really do recommend Odd Shopper. Odd Shopper is a great tool to be able to shop odds. No, this is not a sponsored ad. No, this is not a sponsored segment, but I do utilize those guys because it comes in clutch whenever I'm shopping for odds on what I can get on the best books. This is the time where you're probably going to be placing a lot of singles. You may place a couple of parlays. I recommend. This is not necessarily financial advice. And also, if you have a problem, Mike, 1-800 what?
Gambler.
Or if you have a gambling addiction. With that being said, we are getting to our gambling segment of the night. Thank you for keeping me honest, my brother. We have, starting off with the spread. I will read spreads first. I will go into over-unders, then go into the money lines in typical Rumboyz tradition. Browns. -2 with Texas obviously covered that at +2. Over under 44.5. Swap that any which way. This is where shit gets interesting. If you guys watched the Rumboyz Twitch exclusive with just me solo last night on Turn Up Thursdays, on Thursdays. I'm sorry, Thursdays is what we're calling it. Thursdays is what we marketed it as. You know that we had Houston coming in at a +114. It's now betted down to a +110, which I told you that was going to happen. I told you that the line was going to move.
I think it'll move again.
And I was going to I love that you just voiced that because I was going to ask you. Right now you have Cleveland sitting at a -130. Mike, let's go into some picks. If you have a sexy prop, you can throw it out there. But let's make sure with the prop, we're referencing the book, though. I
don't have a prop. I do want to bring.
I don't have a prop either.
I do want to bring something. I do want to bring something up about a prop to prove a point about the game, but I think it's going to go to +1. I think it's going to go to like +105, and at that point, you just got to it's going to go to +105.
If you're going to freak this play, you got to freak this play right now. You probably should have freaked it last night.
It's going to go +105. I'm staying away from the over-under because I'm not sure what it's going to do because Cleveland's defense is Cleveland's defense. Houston's defense is on the up and coming with DeMeco Ryans. The one thing that I did want to bring up about a prop.
Houston's defense is scary because like if they show up and that shit's clicking on all cylinders, motherfucker, they can compete with the best of them, and that offense can put up points.
So right now,
I don't think the offense gives a fuck about defense is my thing.
No, I know. But right now, Stroud's yards, the over-under, I'm not saying to bet this. I just want to give this for part of the game. Stroud's over-under on yardage on DK is 248.5.
Okay.
Flacco's 272.5.
Bloody hell, mate. I feel like that's a trap.
Okay.
I feel like you could go under. I feel like for the unexpected principles, and because it's a wild card round, and Houston having all the unequivocal gall to just go out there and smack some ass. I feel like you can play those in reverse just for the fuck of it.
All right,
like,
so I am not betting this game, but I just there's something sitting here in my gut. Okay, talking about this game, Robbie. And I heard an interesting stat today by a friend of yours and a friend of mine and a friend of the show on TikTok.
Fuck.
And this person said that Joe Flacco was 5-0 on wild card weekend. And I have a weird feeling that he's going to be 6-0.
No, here's the thing, okay?
I want Houston to win. There's a gut feeling that's telling me that Cleveland's going to pull it out.
And there's another game that we're going to cover where I have the same emotion.
And I think I know what game it is.
Right. It'll be later down the walk. I do think that Flacco is just nasty enough to win this.
What the hell is he doing?
I want Houston.
I do too. I want Houston.
And because I want what I feel and I want to put my money on it. Is this going to be a game that I'm going to hedge? I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to hedge it. I'll put the low money on Houston, and I'll put the high money on Cleveland, and that'll be what it be. Taco, how do you feel?
I haven't bet in a while, but I've been waiting for the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie. This season, it's been a good season. I ended like plus a G just on straight gambles on DK. Personally, I'm fucking attacking this game. Literally, I'm putting in like probably $50 on this game. I am betting Stroud on both of those passing props. I was looking at the stat sheet from the last time that they faced off. It was a 14-point win. Joe Flacco was the quarterback, three touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But let's face it, Davis Mills was the quarterback of the Texans. There was no C.J. Stroud. This is going to be C.J. Stroud's first playoff appearance.
Equalizer. It's an equalizer situation.
Joe Flacco, we have tape on him versus our defense already. With that offense, this is a little different situation. You have nothing on C.J. Stroud coming in. Now, with C.J. Stroud healthy and with the Texans, the way they played, and with Singletary having in that last game versus the Browns a 4.9 average per carry, I am low-key thinking here.
There was some exploitation. No. There was definitely some exploitation, and that was one of the things that I analyzed as well.
Because, at a +2, I'll take that. I think we can win by a field goal. I like the Texans in this game, and I think we win by a field goal. So I'll take that +2 all day, and I'll rock with it. And I'll take some of these C.J. Stroud.
I won't play the +2 just because as we look at the numbers tonight,
I think they win by at least a field goal.
I get the juice on the money line, so I'm just going to take that outright.
Like they say, Robbie, is the juice worth the squeeze? You're talking about -108 to +110.
It is. It is for me.
I like Texans outright. I like Texans +2 because I think they win by more than a field goal.
But I've already been writing this. and I've already been on record on our Twitch service that we provide to our viewers, where I'm just doing like exclusive shit. I've already been on record saying Texans, and I said that last night at a plus 114. I probably should have just locked the fuck in. I'm gonna play them at a plus 110. I'm gonna lock that the fuck in. I'm gonna parlay that with some other shit. I'm rocking with it, and I'm confident, and that's what I want to be confident in. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to be rocking with.
I mean, we got to do a Saturday parlay. I think that's the way to rock. At least you get money at the end of the night.
Well, like I said, I'll be live, early, and we'll be locking in tomorrow. But for my single, for this game, I'm locking that fuck in right now.
You know what kills me is that the night game is the fucking Peacock game. Those sucks.
Stop.
Shush. Why wouldn't it be?
Fuck you,
Okay.
Peacock.
All right. Stop. Because here's the thing with this. All right, and I was not. I understand the necessity of trying to flood the consumer to a specific source.
They paid so much for it.
They paid out the fucking ass, and honestly, you could have just did it how you're doing the other game, put it on both NBC and fucking Peacock, and just let it. I'm sorry, you're trying to make me purchase a whole nother service. I will be at a fucking bar.
Okay, you're going to disagree with me on this, but they did. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying I agree with what they're doing, but they did the same thing to Thursday Night Football, and the only reason people are complaining is because it's a playoff game.
No, because we all have Amazon Prime, so it doesn't affect us.
No, here's the thing. Most people already.
My buddies don't.
Prime.
I mean, my buddies.
A lot of people already had Prime when that happened.
Yeah.
Two, I don't have to necessarily catch it on Prime. I can be on Twitch and watch it.
See, I bought Prime for it.
Like,
or I got Prime. I had Prime.
Well, you have a Twitch, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, I was gonna say you can get rid of your Prime.
Man, listen, I just heard there's ways to watch games. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I mean, but there's a principle, and tomorrow I'm standing on principle.
I get what Robbie's saying. That's why I brought that up.
Tomorrow I'm standing on principle. I'm not.
Like, my buddy's standing on principle about Amazon game. Like, he's doing the same thing. But
yeah,
I'm not getting it.
And I respect anyone that's doing that. Stand on business. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not. For you to do it during the playoffs, it would have been fine if you did it during the regular season, and I would have not bitched. I would have not moaned. I would have not complained. You did it during the fucking playoffs, and you did it with the two teams that you knew that we all wanted to fucking see versus.
It's the best matchup. The best matchup.
I don't think it is anymore, but we'll get to that.
Moving on from the Predator, even though he's injured, returning to Houston, we do have another narrative in this game. Tyreek Hill revenge narrative back at Arrowhead. This game is in Arrowhead. We will turn to Taco for our weather report because that's important and a high factor during this game. Devin Chain over. That's my prop.
Yes, hands down.
It's supposed to be one of the coldest days in the ages. Wind chill of negative 26 degrees. Jesus.
Is that the record? Is that what's on record at the moment, or is that what's projected for the day? Because I haven't.
That's what I'm seeing as the projected record on the day from the 7 hour ago article from local Kansas City news.
7 hours. So what do you have?
So my cousin lives 10 minutes away from the stadium. This was the screenshot she sent me. This is word for word what it says for their weather thing. Daytime. I'm going to give both just to prove how bad. Daytime. And the game's a 7 o'clock start there. The daytime is mostly cloudy with a 20% chance of snow. Colder with high temperature of 6 degrees. Temperature falling to around 2 degrees in the middle of the afternoon. northwest winds 15 to 25 miles an hour with 35-mile-an-hour gusts. Wind chill as low as 22 below. That's daytime. The nighttime says partly cloudy in the evening, then clearing. Colder with lows around 10 below, but winds are going to pick up. Northwest winds steady at 15 to 20 with 30-mile-an-hour winds. However, wind chill value as low as 34 below.
I heard it was going to be below 30. Yeah, I knew it. Okay.
And that's about halftime. They're expecting halftime to be about the lowest.
So here's what we're looking at.
That's bad.
It's really fucking bad, and it's bad news bears for Miami. Kansas City is used to this. They're used to that stadium.
So
the way that stadium is built and the way the wind tunnels in.
So I can tell you this too. This team has taken one VIP area on every level, and they're closing it. Like they're not going to sell food out of it, whatever you want to call it. And they're making them, every level is going to have a warming center. So if you're too cold during the game, there's going to be one VIP area on every level they're turning into a warming center.
Which means possibly no Taylor.
Which means hypothermia, because they're saying make sure, that's how cold it can be.
Yeah, no.
They're saying they were saying cover all extremities.
Chiefs right now are a 4.5 favorite. The over-under is 43.5. I don't think I play that number with the over-under.
I don't play the under.
I don't think I play either or.
I mean, I know this was a crazy stat, but the primetime unders during the season was like some ridiculous percentage.
But that doesn't matter, and that doesn't matter when you have a wind chill of 34 below.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. 43 points.
I think you need to stop. You need to also be thinking about the unpredictable. So I'm here to provide smart plays.
Plus,
even if someone may come off chalk, I'm here to provide smart plays.
Exactly.
I don't think that I'm playing the over under at all because an outcome can happen of either of the two. Where I'm concerned is the money line, and we could combine that in with the spread. Where I get concerned is that one. I agree with the chat. Tyreek Hill's not catching balls in the snow.
And even if it's snow, I don't think Tua. I'm more worried about Tua than I am Hill, in the sense that if it's windy, Tua's not going to be able to do well.
I'm worried about Tua getting one lucky one off, but as long as he gets one lucky one off and it's early, it's fine. I don't think that Tua's going to sustain. I don't think that Hill's going to sustain. I'm going with Kansas City. I think this is a give me for Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. The
Dolphins are injured.
This is an Isaiah Pacheco game. Pacheco's going to go for off this game.
Well, this is how crazy it is about a chain. They don't even – right now, DK does not even have an A-chain rushing prop.
You can't. How are you going to?
It's so hard to estimate what's going to happen with it.
Have enough
data. I know.
In the snow.
But that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is they have one for Pacheco, CEH, and Mahomes, but they don't have any for Miami. Is what I'm saying.
If I'm
a betting man, I'm telling you what I'm betting right now. I'm betting Pacheco props and I'm betting the under. 43. Look at the Bills game. That's 33. What's the big difference between these two games?
Get more into that tomorrow. Hold on. I'm gonna get more into that tomorrow.
No, I'm just using that for reference for this game. The weather is going to be virtually the same. The difference is the offenses. My thing here is the Chiefs' defense has been super solid, and I think
the weather's not going to be the same because there's going to be more snow in Buffalo. The problem with the Chiefs game is just the cold. There's a difference.
It's completely and we're not even into the other game.
That's a huge difference.
Hang on. Slow it down.
No one in Kansas City is hiring people to shovel snow. It's just the cold.
Kansas City doesn't have that same problem.
I talked to my cousin today, and there's no snow.
Kansas City is so flat, so like it's not like Colorado. Colorado's a bowl, so you have wind that can come in from any. You're
talking about the Miami boys. Them doing Miami's 70-degree weather.
Miami's gonna be fucked in this game.
I don't think that offense is moving. Like I said, at 43,
you're saying the same thing. Yeah, we're good there. We have.
Yeah, we're good there.
Yeah, we have to keep it moving. I want to try and hit a time limit here.
Yeah, we're already. Yeah, keep going.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills. The spread, everything about this kind of speaks for itself. We're talking about a 9-point spread. 33.5 is the over/under, the lowest over/under of the weekend. When we head into Sunday, Bills were a minus 480 last night when we talked on Twitch. Coming into tonight's podcast, they are a minus 470. It's Bills for me. It's Bills. It's Bills.
Talking about a game that I'm not touching. I'm not touching this game. I'm not touching because I can see the Steelers just coming out here and winning.
This motherfucker.
Like I said, in the other game, I like the Pacheco bets. In this game, I don't like the Cook bets. I mean, you're betting on Josh Allen now to throw. I don't like Najee. I'm not sold on Warren. No, this game I am not 33 over. I don't like that. You're talking about 470 on the money line for the Bills. I don't like that. You're talking about -9 on the spread. I don't like that.
You don't like the 470 that you could probably parlay with some simple ass NBA tomorrow?
No, because I can see the Steelers just pulling it out on some dumb shit. On some dumb shit, I can see the Steelers pulling it out. I don't see that. I don't see that juice worth the squeeze. I'd rather take the Chiefs money line with the Texans. No, that's not worth it for me. At -470 for the Bills? No.
So you're taking Steelers to cover. You're going to take the Steelers to cover?
No, actually, I'm just not touching it because I could see either thing happening very easily. This game, I'm not touching.
Then you just easily take the Bills money. You play it smart. You take the Bills money line. You don't touch the over/under. You don't play the spread. You take the fucking right out. Hold on. Let me fucking talk, nigga. You fucking parlay with the easy games that you have conviction in. I would easily parlay Bills money line with the Texans with fucking Chiefs 4.5. Take my juice on the 4.5. Take my fucking juice on the money line with the Texans. Strategy-wise, I take the easy layup on the money line. Let's not even risk the spread. Let's not risk the over/under. I take the money line. What else do I have on the slate? I parlay this with some easy fucking basketball, my guy.
Okay, yeah. If you're throwing it in like an 8-legger and you're trying to make this as like you're expecting this to happen, sure. But with this weather,
I'm expecting the Bills to win.
What?
There's no TJ Watt, bro. I'm expecting.
I get what you're saying. Okay. I get what you're saying. I just don't know. I just don't like this game. I have, especially with the weather. It's Mike fucking Tomlin.
Are you questioning the spread? The only logical reason why you say this is if you're going to bet the spread.
I'm not betting the spread. I'm not touching.
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
I'm not betting the Bills straight up to money line either. Like I'll do it maybe a 3-teamer, maybe one of it, but I'm betting
the Steelers. Mike,
huh?
Bro, 16-game shell slate, bro. Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like picking this game, like you.
It's a negative.
I would not touch the spread on this game just because of the weather.
Yeah, and it's -470. Like that's a fucking huge. Like they lose this shit. It's not worth the amount that you're getting.
That is literally what Buffalo lives for.
No, I would bet the money line. I just wouldn't bet.
But it's not worth it.
I wouldn't bet the spread. I'm not betting this.
It's not moving your parlay enough to fucking justify the risk, in my opinion. In my opinion, I am not justifying. Like,
Nigga, just
I don't have that conviction.
Oh my God. Moving on to the next game. Moving on. Oh my gosh. This is a game I didn't want to talk about.
Well, I already know what game it is. We'll talk about it.
No, we're not taking
We're letting before Robbie has to talk about this. Wow.
But just talk. Just give the stats, and I will go first.
No, just let me first do this. It's my girls' team.
Oh, that disgusting team. The rating and not the logo.
Cheers to me. I love you. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly.
We the boys.
You know what I mean? My mom's love it. Green Bay Packers have to travel from Wisconsin to go down to hot-ass Dallas in a dome, though. It's in a dome. To play against the Dallas Cowboys. It's a 7-point spread. That part, I was not fucking expecting. I was expecting Dallas by 13.
No, I wasn't.
Really?
No, you're. I'm telling you right now.
Wait.
What are you drinking?
I mean, let me just build a picture.
I am built. I know.
What picture you building?
Like I mentioned before, there's the Deshaun Watson Predator injured reserve narrative. There is a Tyreek Hill revenge Kansas City narrative. There is the Mike McCarthy Dallas Cowboys narrative. Mike McCarthy, former head coach for the Green Bay Packers, now head coach for the Dallas Phallus Cowboys because they're a bunch of she-dicks. The she-boys. I fucking hate this team. I don't want to do this segment. This is fucking killing me. It's a 7-point spread, 50.5 over under. Dallas is favored minus 3.
Taco, look at the private chat.
Dallas is favorite minus 340. Packers at a plus 270 underdog. You know what I'm fuck this. Packers plus 270. I said it on air.
I mean, I'm not quite as bold as the Packers plus 270.
Hold on.
But the Packers plus 7, I'm fucking all in on that. I'll take that.
Hey, we're doing something on air.
Well, can I ask you a question first?
Before you ask this question, babe, I'm taking the Packers against your Cowboys. I'm taking Packers. Obviously, you have the Cowboys.
Oh, God, where are we going with this?
I'm saying.
Hey, loser of the game returns head.
I knew it. I knew that's where he was going.
Yes. Yeah, receives. Yeah.
Because returns means I get it first.
So bet. Drink to it. All right, love you. All right.
You better pray you're a winner.
All right, can I ask you a question?
He gets laid. Exactly.
Can I ask you a question?
Got to be a fucking interesting day.
Can I ask you a question?
Hmm.
Where is this game located?
Dallas.
Winner, Cowboy dinner.
Oh, God.
Winner, Cowboy dinner.
You're supposed to be.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, the Cowboys are gonna cowboy? Yeah.
Taco.
Well, they gonna do something crazy.
But Taco,
this game up like they always do.
I know you're getting ready for a job, so you weren't.
How did these niggas all become on your side? The whole chat just like.
Hold on. I know Taco wasn't here because he was getting ready. He wasn't here a couple weeks ago. But one of the questions we brought up last couple weeks ago was who's going to fail or who's going to remember the Niner Cowboy question. And I said it's not going to be the Cowboys because the Cowboys are going to get far, but they're going to do exactly what I expect. They're not going to cowboy up. They're not going to Cowboys are going to cowboy. They're going to live right up to the They're going to live right up to the expectations and then do what I expect them to do.
But look, the Cowboys never lost a home game, but this is the home game that these niggas is going to lose.
You're expecting the Cowboys to be a bigger tease. You're expecting them to be more of a blue ball type of a run.
They're going to win this game, give all the Cowboy fans their hope, and then shit the bed.
Yeah, you're expecting a little more blue balls out of it.
Yes, that's all I'm expecting.
Fuck you.
I'm saying Love is kind of hot right now. The defense isn't that bad.
Jordan
And
Love
plus
is
seven,
him.
I'm not saying the Cowboys lose.
Hey,
This
I
game,
agree with Taco.
this
I
game's a
agree with
battle of
Taco.
light skins. It's Dakota versus
No.
Jordan.
I agree with Taco that they can win on the spread. But can I tell you who I don't completely trust in this game?
Aaron Jones.
I don't trust LaFleur.
Ooh, I don't know, man.
What?
I don't have enough to doubt him that much.
I don't trust McCarthy.
I never said I don't trust McCarthy either. But you take
You're
McCarthy.
right.
I
I don't trust Dak.
No,
I don't trust
I trust. That's
Bro,
what me and you
literally just
differ.
put Biden and Trump. You're like, this is a douche
No.
fucking sandwich and a turd fucking.
We're just waiting for the shoe to
What I'm
drop.
saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Give me 10 seconds. What I'm saying is I don't trust either coach really. But if you take both coaches out of it, I take the talent in Dallas up first.
This man said, I trust CD's nuts in your mouth.
I
more.
trust CD Lamb and that offense and Dak more than I trust Green Bay if you had no coaches.
I'm discussing the Cowboys. We have 2 games that we got to get through. Let's get through these.
Yes, sir.
Really quick. And it sucks that one of these games we're gonna kind of cut short.
Can we cut
Rams,
the last one short?
Detroit. We're gonna cut the last one short. Yeah.
Okay.
Rams, Detroit, Battle of Stafford, Battle of Detroit. This game is great for Detroit's economy.
And
honestly.
battle of golf.
Yep, Battle of Golf. You have Golf, former Ram. You have Stafford, former Lion. Stafford with a ring, and I mean, there's just so much shit here. It's 3-point spread. Dan Campbell's out here telling motherfuckers they gonna staff him at the kneecaps. 51.5. We got Laporta out. We have a plus 136. Rams actually the dog on this one. Minus 162. Last night on Twitch, I said that I was rocking with Detroit. Motherfucker, the spread was not Rams dog at that point. Hey, that Ram being a dog at this point.
I expect him to be a dog.
Bro, this is the most bet game of the whole fucking slate. Second highest ranked is the Texans game.
I think we all think the same thing.
When we talk about the gambling community, no one in the gambling community has given a fuck about the other 3 games that we just spoke about.
Yeah.
This is what everyone wants.
Yeah, because we know it's going to happen. The Lions are going to Lion.
You have Detroit going Detroit. You have Detroit being Detroit. Okay.
Bro, all I want to recall is that game versus the Bears where he had like 3 interceptions in the first half.
Leave that take as that take. Keep that. Just let that. Hey, yo, in New York, how y'all say in New York? Keep that same energy. Nigga,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, that's your take. That is bite. Biggest game. This game might be as big as what we're actually going to get during the Super Bowl.
I have gone back and forth. I have gone back and forth.
Just go straight up pick them.
No, I know, but I've gone back and forth on this for 2 days.
Yeah, same. I'm not going to sleep the same way.
And I think, like, the problem is it's narrative street, and everyone's going to, and the casuals, not us degenerates in general, but the casuals are going to pick up on narrative street and go, oh, I mean, I've heard people at work go, oh, I saw, and I'm not trying to bring it up to, like, say, to poo-poo it or anything like that, because some people might take us the wrong way. But one of the ladies at work today came up and goes, I want the Rams to win because of the story of Matthew and Kelly.
I want the fucking Lions to win because you know what? The last time Detroit was this good, black people had to sit in the back of the fucking restaurant.
Okay, calm down. No. I wish I could mute you right now. Okay, but my point is,
Y'all really went there.
there's
It's the
people.
truth.
Yes, but you
1962.
didn't need to go there.
1962, my nigga.
You didn't need to go there.
But it's the truth.
There's a lot of truths that I don't go there. Okay.
Keep going.
The lady came up and was like, I want the Rams to win because the Kelly and freaking Matthew Stafford story. Okay. There's narratives that people are going to, and then there's people that want to win because of Campbell. Then there's people where I work in the area that I live in that want the Rams or that want the Lions to win because of the golf.
Why'd you bring up? All right.
I'm telling you what's going on in the casual NFL.
So I have a question.
I know, but really quick, from our standpoint. Matthew, because you're friends with a friend that's close to mine who also was a pitcher on the Dodgers. And
yes, they're best friends. He was his backup quarterback. We know
I'm
that.
I'm also best friends with who? Former publicist of the Dodgers.
I know where you're going with this. I'm friends with the motherfucker
hold
too.
on. Let me just first.
Are you still walking the dog here?
Just ease some tensions before Instagram gets a hold of this shit. Kelly, you're my favorite football wife. And I do want your husband to be great. But goddamn it, Kelly, I have a fucking job to do, okay? I can't be a fan of you and the family and Matthew and like the kids and be supportive at the same time as motherfucker. I want Detroit to go all the way.
I know you do, but here's the problem. They're not gonna go all the way.
I know it's not gonna happen, all right?
I have a better question than all that shit. How about this?
Say you love me again.
A couple years ago, when the Lions made this trade, there was a contingency of Lions fans that began to wear Rams gear in support of Stafford's run to that Super Bowl.
Now they're wearing Stafford jerseys.
How do those Lions feel? Those Lions fans feel in this game?
Detroit, I want a whole.
They're going for the Lions because they were happy. No.
Hey, listen, Detroit. I want a whole lot of Eminem. I want a whole lot of Baby Tron.
They're gonna hold out. I don't care.
Hey,
No,
Detroit.
Taco.
I want everyone dyeing their fucking hair.
Let me finish my take.
Wait a second. I want everyone dyeing their hair fucking Detroit blue. I want everyone in fucking.
They just root for the winner. That's all.
Like, let's go, Detroit.
That's what's gonna happen.
Bitch.
Okay. To answer Taco's point, they were happy that Stafford got his ring. Now that that's over, they're going for their own team. For my take, I have a gut feeling that the wild card, the ace of spades in this game is no other than the new daddy of them all, Sean McVay, does it. And Sean McVay
he's the boy genius. This thing is Jimmy Neutron.
Does something at the end of the game, and the key for Detroit is going to be not having Sam Laporta. Rams upset them and go on.
All right, let's get into the last game. Martin Luther King Day. And I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna actually lay up this joke because the punchline is too perfect. It sucks that a black quarterback's gonna lose on this day. Mike's face was like, fuck, no.
First he goes Detroit. First he goes Detroit in back of the bus, and now he goes freaking no black quarterback's gonna win on Martin Luther King Day. What the hell?
Bro, hey, that Chappelle stand-up inspired me. Look, Philly, Eagles, Tampa, Buccaneers. It's real fucking live. Honestly, Bucks at a plus 130 dog. Anytime I see a plus 130 dog, Robbie set his people back 60 years. Luckily, I'm part Hispanic, so I also bring us closer. But no, for real, with this one, man, it's a 3-point spread. I feel like the spread is the most comfortable spread out of any game on the whole slate of the week. But I'm actually fucking with, bro. Like this spread, 3 points, Bucks will cover 3. Even if the Eagles win by 1, I think even if the Eagles win, it's 1. Like, I don't think the Eagles have lost their last 5. Eagles have been dog shit. This motherfucker Jalen Hurts has been light-skinned, emotional, and just like, yeah, fuck y'all. Flicking off cameras nonchalantly. Jason Kelsey doesn't even seem like he wants to go back on the field for fucking game-winning drives. It's a 43.5 over under. Bucks at plus 130 on a rum day night. Plus 130 on a rum day night, bro. Plus 130 on a rum day night. Bro, let me feast. Let me eat. Let me get Tampa out there all day. All day. Ayo, here's how we're going to do this. Because we're going to make it easy. Ayo, take a shot if you're with Tampa. Take a shot. Or sit back and chill. Take a puff. If you got something that you can take a puff.
Give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds.
Give you 10 seconds? I think I'll give you 10 seconds to think. Because I'm about to wrap this right here real quick.
Oh.
I'm going to let y'all spit game after y'all play this game with me. Pause. And then we're going to get coffee. That's your 10 seconds.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's a podcast, baby. Hey, don't just rock with it for content. You got conviction behind it. Take that shot. You ready?
I just did.
Oh, shit. Cheers to me. Cheers to all the Rumboyz girls want to do. Hey, yo, Tampa Bay. Let's get it. We rock with Gator in the crew. Shout out to homie Gator. Hey, yo, Baker Mayfield. Stun on them hoes. I just took the whole NFC East to lose in one weekend.
Okay, can I bring one thing up about Philly?
Go ahead.
That has nothing to do about the game.
Run it real quick because I got to piss. I want to close out.
That's fine. No, that's fine. There is a list of. I saw a list of like the people that teams have already asked to hire. Right, the teams that have already asked, assistants to interview. If any team hires the offensive coordinator for the Eagles to be their head coach, they suck.
They suck. They're stupid. No, I mean, I've heard rumors that the Eagles are even looking at firing Sirianni already.
Well, that's you told me not to give up content.
I know. Fuck. That was me drinking. I just gave up a source. Actually, fuck. That was a source.
So before the play,
wait. If just give us a winner or a loser. What do you have? Do you have Eagles winning, right?
No.
I got Tampa straight.
Well, why didn't you drink?
You said drink if Tampa.
I drank. I did drink.
He drank. Okay,
he drank. He drank.
All right, hurry up. Give us your closing. Give us your closing segment.
My closing segment is go Chiefs. It's going to be cold. I don't care as long as we win. I think Travis Kelce doesn't have a big game, but he comes up with a key play in the fourth quarter to either extend a play, do something. He's going to have a key moment, but he won't have a big game.
My closing is gamble this weekend. Have fun. This is probably the most fun that you're going to have until at least March, at least till Super Bowl, actually. At least till Super Bowl. I know we have some big UFC events coming up. Have fun this weekend. Don't bet more than what you can lose. And I promise you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't bet more than what you can lose. Play singles. If you want parlays, tune in tomorrow. We'll be live 2 Mountain Time. Taco?
Is it me or is it starting to feel like a flock of ravens are going to fly this February?
Mark Andrews is coming back. Mark Andrews, friend of the show. Mark Andrews' friend of the family. He's not a friend of Mark Andrews' friend of the family.
I know we rode very well together last year, Mike, but I don't know, man. These Ravens are fucking
Hey, let's go ahead. Let's get in this closing shot. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, yo, literally.
I don't want Mahomes versus Jackson. I don't know what to do there.
Shush. Let him talk.
Hey, really quick. Hey, this is the most lit fantasy football, NFL, scouting, betting, sports take podcast on the fucking face of it. Like, we literally do everything in the sports realm. And we're going to be expanding on Twitch, doing a lot more shit where it comes to music, football, fashion, so much more shit.
I just got a fucking squad.
Nigga, let me close out my fucking show. But other than that, yo, like for real, pay attention to the content, pay attention to the notifications, the views. Yo, big shouts to all the views tonight. Views was crazy. Views did numbers. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hey, do this with me, fellas. Cheers to me.
Cheers to you.
All the raw boys and girls, what it do? Dilly. Bow.